Fella, if you want to survive and thrive, you should be more careful next time.
A successful journey requires perseverance, courage, as well as a keen sense of danger. You have the first two, but in the future, please strive to be more vigilant.
I shall remember your words for the rest of my life. But it is time to say our final goodbye. You may not have noticed, but the weather has improved, and the sea has become pleasant and calm. We have awaited this day for a long time. You may be amazed that someone as reckless as me could become an actor, but please believe me when I say it's not by chance. Every Noct Raven is looking for a way to contribute to the world. We just want to find our place, our destiny. We were born to seek the roles that fate has assigned us to play. You may not be aware that Hymn of the Holy Land is also a book of prophecies.
Prophecy? But Paimon thought it was a sacred scripture.
Yes, it is. Hundreds of years ago, the Immernocht Reich was engulfed by a menacing shadow. But our ruler stood by and did nothing, as if she had lost interest in ruling the kingdom. Soon after, Oz, the great secretaire, appeared among us. He brought us the sacred scriptures and a most encouraging prophecy. That prophecy is just as it's described in the book, and predicts a blessed future for the Immernocht Reich. As a result, we became convinced that the gloomy skies would eventually clear, and we have been eagerly awaiting for that blessed day. The Soteria, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, she will eventually remember the paradise of the Immernocht Reich, and on that day, we will devote to her the plays that were promised in the prophecy. That is why I have stepped forward to take on the role of a warrior. I'd do whatever it takes to prove my devotion to her. Your Highness!
Oh, right. Yeah, she was lurking in the back when we rescued you for some reason.
My citizen, thy will is strong enough to sunder the wicked dragon's wings. I shall now receive thy blessing.
It is my utmost honor.
Thou hast done well. 'Tis almost most evident that thou dost possess the virtues of a knight. Go, take thy position, and wait for the performance to begin.
We commend your unfaltering loyalty to Her Highness. Her Highness will now lead her retainers.
Thank you. Oh, by the...
Paimon's confused.
Is there not a single one of my lords and ladies who understood my...
What Main Fräulein means to say is that...
Yeah, you didn't need to translate that.
I suppose this is the important business Her Highness warned us about earlier.
Let's get this over with.
Huh? Wait.
Yeah. Time to go.
Zion, mein Savanath Garden. There's the book. Let's go and close it. Let's hope we won't get transported to another strange place this time.
Library? Why are we inside a library? You must be the arch-nemesis I've been looking for. The useless and cowardly so-called Prinzessin. How laughable. What gives you the impression that you can defeat me? You should know over the past few days, I've seen all—
Why is there another you?
Shadow. Yes. I suppose that probably describes our connection aptly enough. You. And that raven over there. You must be Oz? I heard that a great secretary named Oz brought the hymn of the Holy Land.
At your service, Main...
Why did you call her Main Fräulein?
As you can see, that's also Main Fräulein over there. And if she is Main Fräulein, then does that...
Seems logical enough.
I might as well inform you that the Immonok is a place with no way out. As for Oz, despite bringing over that hideous book of prophecies and causing the foolish citizens to fall to their knees, why don't you come over to my side? After all, Fischl is destined to team up with Oz.
Main Fräulein flatters me. I see no reason to refuse.
Oz? Where do you think you're going?
He's actually going over to the other side. Fischl, haven't you taught your raven any—
Oh, this is not the time to discuss— Have you been bewitched, Oz? Why should you trust that she's telling the truth? Is not the Immonok a— You are gravely mistaken if you presume the Immonok to be some kind of a Listen closely. It is a tomb for those who cannot face reality. You will be buried here. And you of all people should know about this. You dream I came here. Amy, you.
Hey, are you done? For you to give your... What's that? You're not going to admit to...
I hate to admit it.
No. Please, do not think that. I am a samurai from Inazuma who's been entrusted with your safety. These individuals also responded to your call.
Having your own tomb does sound pretty cool, but the Immonok is not a tomb.
Shenyan. Oh, so you've made some friends. But do you really think that's enough for you to defeat me? I am your fear. No. I will be the one to claim victory. Just you wait.
Take it one step at a time, and don't rush. You can win as long as you maintain a level head.
Get it together. Don't lose to anyone, and definitely don't lose to yourself. You ain't weak. That's not true at all. Feel the beat!
One with nature.
Oh, my divination attempts are working again. And the stars say, the Fischl I know will obtain a landslide victory.
Impossible! How did you make it through that nightmarish library? Stand down! Do you still think I'm going to lose? You looked down on me. You thought I was a worthless coward. And yes, I did used to be like that, because... I am someone who can't face reality, who spends all day daydreaming, and can't cope with setbacks or criticisms. But now I understand. I understood as soon as I first laid my eyes on this mirage. Do you see that incredible world out there? So vast, so breathtaking. That is my imagination, the source of my power. You act so arrogant under that dark cloak of self-obsession, but that's not your true nature. You're no princessin. You're just a narcissistic speck of dust hiding in my shadow. You are the true loser, the one who's holding me back. You hide your fear and cowardice behind a facade of thorns and self-loathing. You are far weaker than me. Now give it back! What? Return to me what is rightfully mine. The Immonok Reich, the castle, my people. And most importantly, my companion Oz.
Oh, mein Fräulein, you speak with such eloquence and vigor now. You've truly matured into the Prinzessin.
You've got some nerve opening your beak, traitor!
No, mein Fräulein, I've come here to prove something to you all. As we all know, Oz will always follow Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. It should make no difference whose side I am on, because you're both Fischl. But consider this. When I switched sides, you did not lose your identity, did you?
Indeed. These are words of wisdom.
What do you mean, my identity?
Whom do you suppose Fischl truly is?
Huh?
This is my question to you, mein Fräulein.
Fischl is... Well... Fischl is... She's a loser! A coward who refuses to confront her true self behind the fantasies and lies.
No, you are wrong.
Fischl is... me?
Ah, you caught on most rapidly.
Huh? That's it?
Indeed, mein Fräulein. Fischl is sometimes the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, and other times not. She may be courageous and arrogant, but she may also be weak and cowardly. Fischl is you, both noble and humble. She is a first-rate adventurer with few friends and the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, the sovereign of the Immernachtreich. Fischl is both timid and strong. She's afraid of others' gossip, yet yearns for their respect. Most importantly, Fischl is often self-deprecating, beating herself up countless times, yet she always finds a way to rise again. Mein Fräulein, no one merits the name Fischl more than you do. It's a complex yet simple name that represents the beauty of dreams and liberty. With or without loyal admirers, Amy will always be Fischl. You are Fischl, the enlightened one, who has always carried that belief in her heart.
May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees!
Thank you for creating the Immernachtreich and giving us a homeland, for authoring the hymn of the Holy Land in your subconscious, which offered us hope for a bright future. Please, embrace your darkness and return to your true form, Your Highness.
Whoa! Fancy dress Fischl vanished! Wait a minute! And now she's back?
Shadow seems to have returned to Fischl's heart, where it belongs.
Everyone, lend me your ears.
There she is.
Citizens of the Immernachtreich, do you hear my summons?
Yes, Your Highness.
There she goes again. I am so done with this.
Oz speaks the words of truth. Today is a grand occasion, for it is the day that I seize back my heart and reclaim control of my kingdom. I hereby announce, welcome to the Immernachtreich! Yay!
One stormy night, a girl found a way to the future in the library. She said to herself,
I shall create my dream kingdom. I'll carve mountains and oceans and erect castles and towns.
Then she spoke to those who shared her dream.
Please be proud of all that is unreal, for we are greater than this world. For our magnificent kingdom is a small and forbidden paradise. What a wonderful day. I reclaimed my heart and became the true... The Immernachtreich really appeared. Even so, and that's okay.
Official, the stage is all set up outside.
Lady Paimon, do watch your words.
Oh, right. Okay. Your Highness, wouldst thou care to...
How dare you, retainer of mine, mock the great and dignified Prinzessin of Ertelung? I concur. Now, let us rejoice and celebrate this historic moment for the Imanok Reich.
Oh, what Main Fräulein means is that she entreats you to...
All right.
Watching a theater performance. As for the puzzle I'm working...
Oh, there's something...
Very well.
Come on, let's try to contact Venti.
Oh, it's you.
Huh? That isn't the tone-deaf bard.
You're right, we've never met before. I know you want to communicate with someone beyond the islands, but you can't do that right now. So, I cut off your connection.
Huh?
Wouldn't you rather find out the answer for yourself than ask someone else? The fantastic mirage represents the deep dream, the most fundamental reflection of the human heart. Go see for yourself. Witness everything with your own eyes. And when this is all over...
Who the heck was that? Oh, this is weird. How was she able to cut off her connection to Venti? Nope. It's kinda eerie, but...
I can do it.
Well, this ought to be entertaining.
Steady as stone. Stand clear.
Illusion shattered!
Be still. Mind the deluge.
Swirl, mark 2.
Shine down!
its assistance. Absorption test.
Be still.
Torn to oblivion. Enhanced animal module. Stand clear. As a good knight should. I must leave no stone unturned.
Be still.
Inazuma shines eternal. Steady as stone.
Mind the deluge.
There is no escape. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
Be still.
Illusion shattered. Animal test 6308. Leave it all to me. Time to clean up. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis simulation. Now you shall perish. Good eye.
All right, let's head off. The wind knows me.
I must leave no stone unturned. Leave it all to me.
One with nature. Sad fallen leaves, adorn my...
Inazuma shines eternal. As a beautiful night would, steady as stone. Torn to oblivion. Time to go.
clouds high, the birds call. The wind knows me. One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
There is no escape! Shine down!
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
God's over!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn me.
Inazuma shines eternal!
I await your instruction.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Welcome, welcome, welcome! You must be the world-famous traveler, and this must be the
Wow! How did you know our names?
You are the island's most distinguished guests. Of course I know who you are. After all, I am...
You are...
I am the world-famous head of Twilight Theater.
You say you're world famous.
It's fine. Now, after a painstaking amount of work, our play, Tale of the Sword-Wielding Princess, is final. There are 5 acts. My distinguished guests, I still need to take care of something. You are about to witness the debut of Twilight.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes... A blade embraces its duty.
Everyone, over here!
Is everyone awake now? Mona says that she has...
The first glimmering daybreak after the return of the Immonok Reich most certainly revitalized...
What main Fräulein means is that...
Yeah, we're rested and ready.
All right, then I just peeked into my scry glass and there's a new mirage forming on that island over there. And I have a feeling that this one is my mirage.
Oh, so now it's Mona's turn. You were with us for all of ours. Seems like it's time.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing to see.
Lady Magistus, are you...
No, absolutely not. It's not like I'm worried about everyone judging me after seeing my...
This emphatic no sounds rather like...
Well, astrologists are often regarded as something out of this world, right? But what...
Fret not. Your prinzessin is not so foolish as to
Yeah, me?
I'm sure Mona's...
Yeah, and it's not like we're going in there just to do some sightseeing. There's other reasons too, right?
Really? I suppose I'm not... According to my scry glass, we've arrived at the Mirage. Okay, let's find the entrance first.
Is that it? Over there?
Huh. This looks like some kind of pool.
We're not gonna have to...
Huh? Wait, do we have a non-swimmer among us?
No, I don't think that's the...
Someone's scared, huh? Well then...
and there she goes. She's gonna...
Please.
Oh,
see you later.
Whoa! Mona dived right into the pool and did...
What a spectacular structure.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Hey, Mona, your mirage is amazing.
Though it falls short of the glorious Immonocreich, one must admit that it is an impressive realm nonetheless, Lady Magistus.
At least it's not showing me getting lectured by the old hag. Thank goodness. Well, what else would you expect of a genius astrologist's Okay, let's...
A blade. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its...
Whoa! It's open!
very proud of my talent in astrology. Huh? What in the... Is that my voice? I believe that astrology is a valuable discipline and that it is capable of revealing the inner workings of this universe. Oh, that's me talking to myself. When people discovered I could perform divination, they began to bombard me with inquiries. When is my missing son going to be found? Do they love me or not? Will I ever recover? Being the honest person I am, I told them exactly what I saw through the scry glass. Though honesty may bring about resentment, I couldn't lie in the face of such a noble art. Astrology is a scam. That's insane. Can you please leave me alone now? I need some space. It felt as if I was being stabbed with razor-sharp knives formed by their disappointment. I could see the future, yet I felt miserable, as if I'd fallen into an abyss.
Lady Magistus, this is heartbreaking.
Please don't try to comfort me. It'll only make me feel embarrassed.
Come on, you don't need to pretend in front of us.
No, that was really how I felt back when I first started out in astrology, but I've matured now. I'm no longer so easily swayed by random people's opinions.
Who would have thought? Even Magistus, the court archmage, was not spared of vexatious times in her career.
It must have been difficult to be misunderstood by others. I'm glad that you were able to move past that.
Actually, there are many who have given up astrology due to similar circumstances. But I am a genius, so it's only fair that I'm able to accomplish what others cannot.
It's pretty inspiring to hear you say all that in an amazing place like this.
Yes, good. Keep going.
Sorry to interrupt, but the door is that way.
All right. I'll let you shower me with praise after all the mysteries are solved.
The surroundings appear to have changed. This isn't the beach we originally left.
The area appears to be the mountains of Mondstadt. Wait, have we been sent back to Mondstadt?
Yet the boundless ocean still surrounds us.
There should be another pool around here for us to enter.
Over here, y'all!
Huh? Why isn't it letting us enter?
Oh, something seems to be floating on the water there.
Is it a painting? Or what is it?
It seems to be hinting at a specific place.
It is anticipating that the Prinzessin would guide her loyal followers to the location that has been chosen by fate.
Why is it always you that has to take the lead? Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just find this place first. Astrology reveals the truth unreservedly. But not everyone is willing to accept their fate. No matter. Running into difficulties is part of practicing the craft. I must also become stronger myself in order to convince people. I once met an adventurer on a mountain who also happened to be picking fruits. He was even kind enough to share some with me, so in return, I agreed to perform a divination for him. The results were terrifying. I advised him to give up adventuring as soon as possible, otherwise he could meet his end within the next 2 years. He fell silent for a while. Surprisingly, he didn't doubt the results of my divination like others had, but he looked quite perplexed. Even so, I have to keep going. Adventurers can't just give up in the face of hardship. With that, he picked up his pack and headed for the peak. However, try as I might, I could never forget that incident. Why is that?
Oh, we're back again.
So, Mona, is that adventurer dead?
That was the only time I ever saw him, and that was more than 3 years ago, which means he's no longer alive.
But isn't there still a chance that he's alive? You know, like maybe you just made a mistake.
You can't call it divination if you reject anything bad and believe the good unreservedly. That's just self-deception. Of course, casually performing divination for fun might be a different matter, but in my field of expertise, there's no room for lies. To contradict my own reading would be a blasphemy against astrology.
Cruel, but truthful. Such is fate.
I don't usually say things like this, but while we're on the topic, I really hope you don't confuse astrology with those fortune stick peddlers that you see along the streets. Astrology does not exist to please. We astrologists are here to verify and witness the truths of this world. Ugh. Which is why astrology is a disdained profession. It is a mighty art, but unfortunately one that annoys people nonetheless.
Why dost thou protest so much, Lady Magistus? Thou seems not to be the sort with whom one would be loath to be associated.
What Main Fräulein means is that she's glad to be friends with you.
No, that's not exactly what I said. Whatever has gotten into you, Oz, you misinterpret my utterances with increasingly alarming frequency.
Oh my, why could that be? Perhaps I have been concerned that Main Fräulein could offend her friends, and have been attempting to soften her words.
Although you're the only astrologist I know, you've left an awesome impression on me. You're not annoying at all. Those who go snooping around for secrets, yet ignore whatever they don't want to hear, they're the ones who should reflect on themselves. Knowing your fate doesn't come cheap.
If one could simply avoid fate with just a few words, no one would have to endure the pain of parting. Mona, don't take others' comments to heart. Follow your heart, and never forget what's right.
Oh, I don't need comforting, thank you very much. I'm very tough, you know. Oh,
Well, what dost thou say?
Okay, okay.
Main Fräulein.
If that's the case, very well. I shall proceed to the beach.
Let's go, Mona.
Oh, okay. Coming!
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
We've returned here once more.
Looks like the story's not finished yet. Let the adventure continue.
So this is a day in the life of the Traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
by the water but didn't go in. Seems almost like it's waiting for something.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
first star waiting for this one?
Oh, wait, how the...
Another house in Mondstadt?
What are we doing in my house?
Your house? This is your house?
My, how unexpected. I heard Lady Magistus lived a modest life, but this abode...
Look at the labels on these books on the ground. Only one of its kind? 990,000 mora? Hey, that's super expensive!
There are so many expensive-looking hardcovers over here. So this is what an astrologist's room looks like.
The rooms are exquisitely designed. This place must be very expensive.
Hey, I'm just occasionally out of mora, that's all. I never said I was a pauper.
You're not? Oh, so what about those times I treated you to meals and had you over to my place for dinner?
Mein Fräulein, mind your phrasing.
Thou wert blessed with the coveted opportunity to enter the palace of the Immanok Reich and meet with the Kaiser and Kaiserin der Verurteilung. Or hast thou conveniently forgotten this magnificent occasion?
Oh, yes! The stew and cold cuts your mother made were heavenly. I could go for some more of that right now.
Lady Magistus, this is not the time for such things.
Is that Mondstadt cuisine? I want to try some. I heard Mondstadt has lots of local delicacies, especially meat dishes.
Then I shall extend to you the honor of meeting the Kaiser and Kaiserin with me on a future occasion.
Really? Hey, we should go too!
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I visited a friend's house. I shall gladly oblige. Oh, but shouldn't we bring some sort of gift?
Those two are very kind and understanding, so please, don't worry about that. Just bring yourselves.
You seriously have to try her mom's cold cut platter. It's a specialty or something. Anyway, it's simply delightful.
Not to interrupt, but perhaps we should start working on the puzzle at hand? Ever since I entered this place, I have found myself most preoccupied with that ornament.
Oh, right. Astrologists are able to understand the most complex signs among the stars. And because of this, we are not allowed to show any arrogance. If one believes that astrology grants them unlimited power, they will face banishment by the stars. In the past, I was ignorant enough to think that I understood. You should not get confused. If you should become confused one day, not even astrology will be able to help you then. That's what the old hag said. We astrologists can't predict our own fate. But today, those words seem to carry a different meaning. I understand now that people won't always follow a beacon's guiding light. Even though the way forward may be dark and dangerous, they will still resolutely forge ahead. Fate is called such precisely because it cannot be altered or reversed. I understand the governing laws of the universe, and have glimpsed secrets between heaven and earth. Observing it is enough for me. There are no perfect legends, and no heroes that can save everyone. Instead of dwelling on my helplessness, I seize my own destiny.
What a magnificent view!
Lady Magistus, I believe this is the firmest evidence yet of your immense genius. You truly are the greatest archmage in the history of the Immonokreich.
Thank you. Although the Immonokreich really doesn't have that much of a history.
Stars like diamonds and the moon like a pearl. This is the most brilliant night sky I've ever beheld.
It's beautiful. To call up such a mirage, Mona must have a vast and boundless sea of stars in her heart.
I'm just thinking. These must be the things that we aspire to. This night sky is incredibly beautiful. In fact, I might go so far as to say it's even more beautiful than what I usually see in divinations. All the stars are in their rightful place. This is definitely my mirage. Only here can I see extraordinary sights like these.
Extraordinary? Why do you say that?
You know, the night sky of Tevat is truly marvelous. All the answers in the world seem to have been hidden within. When is my missing son going to be found? Do they love me or not? Will I ever recover? As your stars move across the sky, they record all your life events in their path. And among all the people in the world, a considerable number will see their stars deviate from their path. When your stars are on track, it means you will be healthy, happy, and at peace. Conversely, if your stars go off track, everything will get worse. The starry sky in my divinations would never look as perfect as this. Some stars would lose their way, and others would fall. I wish everyone could be happy and stay on track. To this end, I offer advice and tell the truth. I know it's useless. All fates are already revealed in the night sky, with mine too, just another among them. I can't change anything. Even so, outside of astrology, outside of the words of truth, I still cling to the wisp of an irrational fantasy. We must all live within the confines of reality, but call me presumptuous, but I still believe in miracles. In this vast sea of stars, there are stars for you, for me, for everybody. What are the chances of one star encountering another? Are these encounters not the most wonderful miracles in all of destiny? I don't know. But within Tevat, the stars in the sky will always have a place for us. Even if astrology is resolutely rational, fate remains arbitrary, cruel, but romantic. I think I have figured out what those stars are hiding. Now I will seize my own destiny. There was a transparent bird made of crystal. It was beautiful and fragile and could sing the most beautiful songs. But since mortals couldn't see it, they believed it to be a trick. How could a transparent bird possibly exist, let alone sing? When the bird heard that, it flapped its wings and flew across mountains and seas all the way to the night sky, where it turned into a star. Its brilliance was so dazzling that it illuminated everyone. It allowed all those that could see it to follow its light through the dark night, to sail through the seas under the guidance of the stars. It was born in wisdom, but trapped in ignorance. It has never voiced a complaint, for this is its destiny. Guiding people to see their destinies is the very meaning of its existence.
We're back here again! So, are we completely out of the mirage?
How strange. My mirage didn't contain any hints on the Tui or the machine. Does that mean they had nothing to do with these mirages after all? Or perhaps these mirages are a mere consequence and not part of a process at all?
Paimon's lost.
I mean, these mirages were not steps toward solving the mystery, but rather a direct effect of whatever's going on. Someone did something to bring the mirages into being. As they were just passive side products, it was natural that they couldn't provide us with any useful information.
In other words, those mirages were only about ourselves.
Pure materializations of ourselves. Interesting.
Everyone, maybe we should go back to where this whole thing began. During our first day on the island, the Traveler and I checked out the Fatui camp together. We found a strange machine there, as well as some disoriented Fatui. The researcher who spoke to us claimed that the machine was just a Fatui industrial invention. He even promised to not disturb us.
Right! And the Cappy Cap guy looked half asleep the entire time. He kept talking nonsense.
I wonder, is it possible that madness and mirages are two different outcomes of the machine's influence? If so, everything can be traced back to that damaged machine, except for the difference in how it affects people. This, I believe, is caused by differences between the affected people themselves.
Oh. When you put it that way, it is indeed difficult to distinguish dreams and hallucinations. So what you're saying is, the device affected us differently because we are different from the Fatui.
Yes, and according to our observations over these past few days, I think...
Yeah, I can get behind that. People with strong willpower will hallucinate instead of falling into madness. But those who break too easily...
In other words, we should go back to the Fatui camp and destroy that machine!
No, it should be repaired rather...
What Main Fräulein means is that rashly destroying a machine we do not understand may lead to more serious
Right.
If my guess is...
So let's go now! Guy we saw on our first day here?
Well, they'll never wake up.
Precious.
A miracle machine.
I think he's referring to that machine.
What a drunkard.
Oh, goodness. The smell of alcohol. Main Fräulein, please allow me to fan the fumes away with my...
Excellent. Please, fan them away from me, too.
Certainly.
I've checked the surroundings, but there's no one else here. Isn't that strange? The Fatui is a big organization, but even the larger gentleman from the first time is missing. As for why they may be hiding,
But he's as drunk as Tone-Deaf Bard!
Cleanse him with the holy spring of punishment.
Main Fräulein means to splash him with water.
Ooh, sounds like a good idea. Hey, he opened his eyes!
Huh?
Hey, are you one?
Ha! Those blockheads from the administration will regret it now. That's what you get, forcing me to conduct my research on this deserted island. My precious! My precious!
Why is he crying? Looks like he has a lot of pent-up emotions.
You mocked me! And my precious invention. You don't know anything about the future. Only my invention can help us conquer the world. Idiots. Such idiots. Ow! Don't hit me. I won't blow up the lab again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
This man's gone insane. There's no way we can communicate with him.
he wasn't like this when we first met him. It looks like the effects have grown worse. to the point of driving him mad.
My manuscript. My manuscript. Only that can save.
Manuscript? Where is it?
Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
Official, don't yell at him.
Then I'll... Let me try. Kind sir, look at me. Now, tell me, where did...
No! No, don't force...
He's complete...
Allow me. Please excuse me.
Oh! My butt!
Can you tell me where you put the manuscript?
The manuscript. The manuscript...
Finally!
Kazuha hesitated for a long time.
Everyone, let's search the stone cracks nearby for the manuscript.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Found it!
Congratulations! We found the key to solving the problem.
Let me see. Just as I thought. This machinery, named cognitive mimicry, is capable of altering the state of people's brains. It was invented by the researcher we met earlier. His name is Persakov. According to the manuscript, the Fatui officials did not support Persakov's research. They believed he had taken the wrong path. But Persakov insisted on putting his machine to use. In order to achieve that, he disassembled the machine and used his connections to transport the parts to this deserted island.
How did they find this island? The Fatui's intelligence network is not to be underestimated.
Persakov was dead set on carrying out his experiments on this island. Most of his subjects were junior Fatui soldiers who all signed a waiver beforehand. It looks like they really thought this machine would benefit the Fatui.
How does the machine work?
That's most likely top secret. The manuscript didn't reveal any details, but Persakov did mention that the machine was modeled after the power of a god. Does that mean there's a god connected to these dreamlike mirages, and the Fatui found a way to research it?
Clearly. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to reproduce the god's power.
Anyway, Persikov's the technologically...
A testament to...
Persikov made as a last resort, then
I think that was where...
Yes. Took Persikov, but nothing worked.
We came here once, but there was no one around. Come to think of it, that must have been the day Persikov was busy gathering the soldiers into the cave.
There's good news and bad news written on the last few pages. The good news is, Persikov managed to figure out the location of the crystalline cores by piecing together the snippets of information he could get from the delirious soldiers. The bad news is Persikov failed to revive them and eventually succumbed to the device's influence himself. The last few pages of the manuscript are just unintelligible drunken scribbles.
It appears that the responsibility for this issue now falls to my retainers and I.
There's a map in the manuscript. The markings should indicate the locations of the crystalline cores.